yeah, I do my first show there, and yeah, when I was there, I saw other figure ladies, and then it was sure that I want to get up and yeah, want to have more muscles. So it just was 1 year that I competed in bikini class.
Oh yeah, I think everybody, how your body grows and how it develops is the reason why some competitors switch to another division. And you would do a
Yes.
bikini, and you saw the other girls were like more muscular, more defined, especially in the figure division. Especially look at the figure division now. Back in 2010, I think that's when figure was still, I think, just started around that time. I think it was around for a good bit. And now, if you look at it now, it's kind of really evolved.
Yeah, that's right. It uh, it develops a lot right now. So the steps are going bigger from bikini to figure. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I've been following bodybuilding for a long time. I've been following bodybuilding since I was, well, I'm gonna let my age out. I'm 50 years old, and
Oh, okay.
I've been following bodybuilding for over 40 years. My brother, my older brother, he used to play football here in our hometown, American football. He used to get the
Mhm.
muscle mags, and guys like Lee Heaney and Dorian Yates and those guys. I used to, as a kid, I was a kid. I like those big muscle guys. But then, like you
Yeah.
say, like you love the women with muscle. And I started loving the women with muscle too. So yeah, it was just
Yeah.
something about them. There's something about y'all ladies. Y'all just your physique is just something extraordinary and beautiful. People may not think that women with muscle are attractive, but truthfully, some of you, there's some amazing women in the sport.
Yes, I do. I think the same. And yeah, in Germany we have Simone Rühl one day, and I saw her. She was the wife from Markus Rühl. I mean, everybody knows him, and she was in the shadow from him. But I always uh, loved her. I saw her, and I thought, oh my God, she's so amazing. And yeah, so this was the beginning of my training actually. That I saw the ladies in the magazines, and yeah, Simone Rühr, and I always loved the bodies.
Yeah, I think Germany put out some amazing female bodybuilders over the years. I mean, I remember Simone Rule when she was competing. Some
Yeah,
others, I mean, it's just currently have people like I think Jennifer Chenart, who's in figure. Who else I'm trying to think of? There's quite a few. Also, I know one of your friends, and also I think she's your teammate, is Unta's Spart.
yes,
And
she's my coach.
your
Yes,
coach.
that's right, and she's still in the game. I think she does this like 25 years or something. She has a gym. She owns a gym, and the gym is now 20 years. So it was just the anniversary. So sorry for my for
That's all
my.
right.
So I think she does uh, the stuff. I think, yeah, 20 years, and she's still in the game, and she's still competing. So she was on in Offenbach too on the European Championship, and
Yeah.
yeah, I think 2 or 3 weeks ago she started in Japan on the Masters Olympia, and yeah, she's amazing. So, and she's a role model for me, that I can do the sports a long time ago, and ahead when I getting older, I still can do it.
Yeah, I mean, The Master was a great show. I interviewed some ladies afterwards. People like Tracy Guile, Trish Wood, Donna Jones. Right now, going to Olympia, Robin Mays and lovely Michelle Mears. I mean, they told me it was a great experience. I mean, bodybuilding has really grown over the years. It's
Yes.
spanned so many countries. I mean, and especially go as far as places like Japan.
Yeah, that's right. I think right now it grows a lot, and it becomes popular, um, especially with the ladies. More ladies come to the sports and do competitions, but the main time they do just figure or bikini. This is a good thing because more ladies feel comfortable with training with heavy weights and getting muscular, but they don't want too much. You know, they just go to bikini, wellness, or figure, but physique and women's bodybuilding is just like, oh my gosh, no, that's too much. So we need another step. You know, we need another step to motivate ladies to get more muscles and to, yeah, to grow and don't be afraid to have more muscles, you know. And yeah, so it's a thing between. Actually, it becomes more popular, but actually not, you know, because
Well,
in women's bodybuilding, it's just the same ladies. Yeah,
yeah,
and
I understand that because you know what, it's not as popular as people wanted to be because of the fact of the women having muscle.
mm,
Society, they view women with muscle as something not very appealing, especially the mainstream. I feel
yes,
this: you ladies are athletes. You work, you train, you build your bodies to a level you feel you want to go, how far you want to go. I understand about division like bikini and wellness or figure because some women feel comfortable. They want to lose their femininity, like to say.
yes,
But
yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah,
mhm. but the thing is, you have to understand that when you get to a sport and you get yourself involved with it, this stream of it can be very, how do we say, infectious. Because you can, like I said, you love training heavy, and I've seen bikini girls who can go up to probably figure. I'm looking at some physique competitors who shoot women's bodybuilding, even women figure. But it's
mm,
about how that person wants to go and train. Here we have a man. Shout out to my man KL the Wanderer coming through. Shout out to him. He says, "Good morning. Good morning to you, brother." Also, he says this. He
hello.
says, Germany is more open to women's bodybuilding than other places in Europe and even in America. I would say that's slightly true. I would say.
Oh, really? I think it's the difference. Like, so I think in America or in East Europe, the countries are more open-minded for it. In Germany, it's still like, oh my gosh, oh no, I don't like it. You look like a man, and who is she? And you know, I think America is open-minded for it. I This is my opinion, but I mean, you can correct me if it's not like this.
Well, I would say we're kind of on the fence of it. America's kind of funny with some things. I mean, I would say, yeah, yes, European, like you go, I've interviewed ladies from Czech Republic, ladies from Germany, not Germany, I mean, Romania, also other Eastern European countries.
Poland
Um,
is very open-minded for it. Yeah.
yeah, I think that. But I think America, we're kind of funny about certain things. But yeah, there's always gonna be that prejudice because the whole thing where I've seen, like, if I post stuff on my social media, I get people saying, "Is that a dude?" I say, "Hey, hey, hey, right here, I'm looking at a beautiful woman. I don't know what there's. Hey, 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 I'm a man, and I got breasts bigger than her. So this is the thing is that if you're comfortable as yourself as a man, and and you come as a woman, it shouldn't matter who you are. Shout out to my man K. He said this. He says, "You're from Germany." Yes.
Yes.
He's a nice guy. He's a bit on the but
Oh, okay.
also
Do you already know him, huh?
yeah, so yeah, America is funny, George. I agree. Yeah, thank you, brother. Yeah, yeah, we both do content on women's bodybuilding. He's more of a fan of women with muscle than he is of the sport. Me, I'm also a fan of muscle, but also a big picture. Like one of my favorite quotes from my favorite movie is Batman Begins,
Mm,
where if you ever saw that movie with Liam Neeson who plays the villain Ra's al Ghul, he says to Christian Bale as Batman, he says, Master Wayne, be aware of surroundings at all time. Never give a sure footing for a killing blow. I often say I have to be aware of my surroundings when I talk about you ladies because there's so much that I think people don't know. And that's why I do these interviews and make my content because I think I want to educate people about y'all ladies.
hmm. Yeah, that's a great idea. I mean, I appreciate your support, and yeah, I was so excited when you asked me to do an interview because I agree with you. We have to open-minded the sports. You know, we have to explain to people what we do and why we do, and that we are women, and I like to be a woman, and you know, we have to, yeah, transport it to the world. So I like your work, and I appreciate that interview here with you. Yeah.
Well, I appreciate it because I know she did an interview with Claudio at Hardcore Female Bodybuilding Channel.
Yeah,
He's a
I know
fan of
him.
it.
Yeah,
Yeah, Claudio. He's a pretty good dude. I follow him. He follows me.
yeah,
And
he's a
then
very nice guy.
I remember I actually saw her when she did an interview with JB. I said, "Wow, her English is pretty good." And
Oh,
I pretty much would love to get the opportunity to bring any lady from across the ocean. If it's like right now, I'm talking to a lady from the UK about doing an interview with her, and also some other ladies. But generally, I'm American. We need to talk to people that are American and speak American. But you speak good enough American. So when did you learn English?
oh, I learned it in school. So and then, but I just learned school English. It's not the same like when we are talking. It's and on 1998, I was traveling to the US, and I was an au pair. So I've lived there for a year and a half. I lived in San Francisco, and yeah, I was an au pair girl, and actually, I learned my English there in when I lived there, and yeah, pro- I still got a little bit, and now because I'm getting famous and I do some stuff on her biceps, for example. You have to talk English, and then it comes more comfortable, And yeah, but I still learning. So sometimes I don't find the right word. So yeah, I hope you can understand everything.
Well, not a problem, man. Like I said, I hope you can understand me because here, there's different parts of America where we talk kind of differently. Like I'm from the South, and we might speak a little faster. We might use like
Yes,
words
you do.
differently. Yeah, I know. What growing up as a kid, I used to say this. I used to grow up when I was younger. People used to thought, where was I from? Even though I was born here and raised in North Carolina most of my life, because sometimes I don't say certain words. Like if you right around here, if you say far, it's like far, FAR. Like
Mhm.
we somebody say when we meet somebody come from up north, come down here and say, I'm trying to find this place. Is it far? You mean is it far? No, you mean far? I say, where's the fire? No, far.
Yeah,
Or we say beer. You'll say beer. You say bar. Say you want to kick a bar? So where's the bear? Where's the bear? Say no. You mean
yeah.
bear? It's bear. It's a bear. Like but
Yeah,
because that's
but
the thing.
that's the same thing in Germany. We have so many states in Germany, and the funny thing is, actually, I'm come from the west side. I'm from like Cologne, in the near of Cologne. It's just like 45 minutes away from Cologne. I was born there, and I grew up there, and yeah, I have a really clear German. I don't have an accent actually. And now I met my girlfriend, and she's from the east side. It's yeah, and it's so different. The people are talking so different, and it's the same like in America. They have own words, they have a very hard accent, and yeah, they sometimes they do different things like we are in the West. So I think every country has the difference, and sometimes I even don't understand her when she when she's talking, and she's talking so fast, and some like like I don't know the word in English, but yeah, like
Yeah,
bouncing a little bit. So
yeah. She rambles a little bit. She like
yeah,
okay.
yeah, right.
You might hear 4 or 5 words out of the whole sentence, and you get it. Okay, I got it. That's saying so. You were in San Francisco. You got to think about it. You could have been on the other side of the bridge in Oakland.
Yeah, that's right.
So
Yeah.
yeah. So anyway, back to that. So you switched from figure. When was your switch to wings physique?
Um, I think it was 2017. I did my first show in Physik. Yeah, and when we go a step back from the beginning, when I did my first show in bikini, I knew already that it's not the end. I knew that I want to have muscles, and I want to grow, and I want to do all the steps to physique or even bodybuilding. You know, um, because sometimes there are girls like they do a show and they feel comfortable and they stay in the same class forever, and they do a year and a year and a year just bikini or maybe wellness, and they don't want to grow because they are afraid to have muscles, and you do other to hear all the stuff like, oh, you develop for a man or something. That's different to me. I just, I knew already from the beginning I want to have muscles, and that's, yeah, and I went the steps. I wasn't afraid about it. So, and of course, I knew all the supplement stuff, and all the juice you have to take and all the stuff. But anyway, I've I fall in love with the body, and I just did it, and I didn't regret it now. So
Well, the thing is, bodybuilding is part of a process. And as
yes,
you evolve as an athlete, like you were doing figure, you have to have a certain look, the wider shoulders, the cap look, the more that taper, you wanted that upside down Dorito look. And then as your body grows and develops, you see, like, you know what? One thing I'm tired of is those damn high heels. Kick off those, and get out of them. And then you want your body to grow and you see how you develop. I think everybody has those things they need for that process. And go back to issues about steroids and juice or whatever you want to call it. It's part of that process. It's not the main part of it.
yes,
It's
right,
just it's a thing that helps you get along. It helps with your recovery. It helps with because your body, hey, you put a lot of stress in your body, especially for a woman. And
of
it's something
course,
that
yeah,
helps you. Yes, there's some things, the side effects, or things that goes with it, but it's a part of like almost every sports. Everybody uses like there's a fighter named Diaz. He says like everybody uses steroids. If
yes,
there's natural bodybuilding, but it takes a lot more time for them to put that muscle and size compared to the ones who are using performance enhancers. We have his shout out from my man KL. He's been sticking in here. Appreciate him. Says Julia, come to Flatbush. He lives in New York City. That's where he lives at. He's in New York, the big city of New York. You go to New York, you better look down on the ground. You can't look up eye and eye like that. So, also, he says this. He says, yeah, understanding a new language is not easy. Yeah, for anybody, especially. And also, he says this. Shout out to my man. Says, how long you been competing? So, if I missed that, you mentioned it earlier already. So,
mm.
she's
Well, I started to compete in 2010. It's my first show with bikini, and then I took, I think, 3 years out because I wanted to grow. And then I started with figure in 2013. And I did another show in 2015 in figure. Then I took 2 years off. And then I started to compete in physique 2017. And yeah, so this was my my way.
yeah. That's the thing about it. It's about everybody has their steps, like how they grow up and develop as a competitor. He also has a question. Actually, he says, "You are very attractive with muscles. Do men approach you on the streets and talk to you?" So yeah.
Not very often. I think the most people are just looking, and they're staring at you and think, oh my gosh, something is different with her, but actually nobody's coming to me and ask me something, or like when I go in the supermarket and I did my groceries, nobody's coming like, oh, you're looking amazing. Are you doing sports, or are you a bodybuilder? Nobody's talking like this. They're just staring at you and think, oh, something is different and something is special. And yeah, so
Well, I
actually
think
it's okay. Actually it's okay for me because I don't want to talk to everybody. But sometimes I'm a little bit, it's, yeah,
shy.
yeah, right. And I think, what's wrong with you? Why are you staring at me? If you have a question, please come to me and ask me. I'm open minded, and I would explain it to him if he is nice and kindly, and is asking me friendly. Yeah. So
Yeah. I think with most people, when you see something that's not the ordinary in their mindset, it's curiosity. They don't know what to approach. Sometimes they're intimidated because you see this woman like now she got a tank top on, she got her picture out, her muscles out there. Guys like guys, we like that. But everyday other people would be kind of intimidated by it because they don't know how to approach you. That's the thing
yeah,
with it. But I think if you are somebody who's curious about somebody, like if I'm like somewhere saying, hello here, Freud. Like, who are you? I just saw you over there. I want to say hello to you. You have an amazing physique. I mean, I just love the look of it. It's just so beautiful. But then you have the other people saying, what are you? Are you a man? Are you a woman?
mm,
Because those people, I think, are ignorant. they just don't understand. Like sometimes I think children are more curious than when it comes to adults. They might tack you, ask you a question like, "Are you a superhero or something?" Because you have all these muscles.
Yes. Yeah. I mean, in the gym, it's different. You know, when you go to the gym, there are more people who are comfortable with it. And of course, they know the sports business and they know women's bodybuilding. You know, they have already seen women's bodybuilder and then they come to you and ask you, oh, I heard you do a show right now. You're in prep right now. What's going on with you? You know, they're curious about it and you explain it to them. But it's only in the gym because they're like friends to you, you know. But if you're going on the street here, nobody's coming. So, no, they're just starring, yeah, because they don't know. And it's something new to do to you. They're just a little bit afraid, you know.
Yeah, that's the thing is, I think it's a temptation. Shout out to our man KL. He's always asking. He says, "Come to NYC. He wants you to come to New York. Maybe he might come someday." Also, he says this. He says there are some guys that are fascinated, but they won't approach you, so they just look. Yeah, that's it sometimes. So, folks, while we have Julia here, we're gonna do this. We're gonna jump into a social media for a bit. The links, if you want to follow her in the description of this live stream, you can check her out. You should support her in her bodybuilding, journey. But guys, this is a nice lady, and I want y'all to be respectful. I want you to show respect to this lady. No weird stuff. Don't do it. I know the guys out there. One of my crimes, Julia, is the admit I am a superior smell. I think y'all ladies are beautiful, but there's some guys who are a bit on the stream on it, so they like to show weird stuff to women. And no, guys,
Yes.
don't do it. Stop it. Get some help. So we're going to jump into social media a bit here, and there she is. As you know, she's getting training. So, what was that? What did the judges tell you? Because, like I said, this is the show. This picture's from her at the show. Wow, I mean, look at
Yes,
her
this is from
lat.
my last show, European Championship. Yeah, 3 weeks ago is this. Yes, this women's bodybuilding.
Wow, I mean, you're. What was the judge's critique? Because I'm telling you, wow.
Do you know? I don't know. I don't know. I think I have to. I need more overall mass probably to compete in the Profi League on women's bodybuilding. I need more mass, overall mass. You know, it's okay for me because I know that. I mean, if I compare me with a female profi bodybuilder, I know that I need more mass. But you know, everybody is starting everywhere, so they have to give me the chance to put mass on it. And you know, everybody is starting everywhere, so nobody is coming like a Hulk and have so much mass that they're still profi. And yeah, I think this is the problem that I don't have. Um, yeah.
Well, that's the thing about it. It takes time to grow that mass and develop.
Yes.
Get that. You want
Sure.
to get that density. You want to get that fullness. But if you look at divisions like physique, you look pretty good because I know you saw the picture you took second to your girlfriend at the show, and her name is Nancy. When did y'all two meet? How long y'all been together?
Excuse me. What did you say? I just.
Oh yeah, when did you and Nancy meet? How long y'all been together?
How long we are together?
Yes,
1 year now.
and where did y'all meet?
I met her on Instagram.
Yeah. Well, here we got a little interview here she did with JB.
The power couple of Germany here in women's bodybuilding, Julia and Nancy, like this personal story. How are you feeling after this great stage presence?
Well, yeah, I'm so excited because I was fighting against my girlfriend with her and against her. So it was the first time for me, and it was an amazing experience. And I'm so happy. And it was a wonderful show. I had so much fun, and I just enjoyed it. Yeah.
Great. And you, Nancy?
Ja, also ich freue mich sehr, dass ich es gewonnen habe und tendenziell will ich ins Bodybuilding und die nächsten Jahre mehr Masse aufbauen. Und schauen wir mal, wie die Reise geht.
Ja, sau gut. Man hat ja gesehen, alle waren begeistert. Die News gingen hoch wie Sau. Also echt geil. Können wir noch ein paar Shots sehen?
Ja.
Cool. Danke.
This is what we guys love the most when y'all ladies posing.
And now we have here hair posing. Woo!
Wow.
Look at that, baby.
Wow.
Wow.
Mm.
This is great. Woo! Dankeschön. Cool. So up to next, you're also starting in women's physique, right?
Yes.
So good luck to you and yeah, good luck.
Yeah.
See
Thank
ya.
you guys.
Thank
See you
you.
later. Bye.
How's it feel to take second to your girlfriend?
Oh yeah, it was amazing experience for us because actually, I did my first season in May this year, so this was actually my season. We figured out that I compete in the beginning of the year, and she wants to compete in the end of the year. And now, so I did it, and in May I won bodybuilding overall, but yeah, I didn't have the pro card because we just were for ladies, and I was disappointed. So I talked to her, and she said, "Well, then do another show with me on September because the difference between May and September is not too much to get back in prep." And yeah, I thought about it, and then we talked to our coach, and she said, like Uta Köhler-Spitzbart, she said, "Well, that's a good idea. So you guys can compete together and against each other." Yeah, and we just did it, and I went back on prep, and it was a great experience, because nobody knew how it will end because she's so different than me. Our physiques are so different. Um, yeah, she's taller. She has a big wide back. She has amazing legs, and I'm smaller. I'm like compactor. I have more muscle bellies, like in my shoulders and my biceps, and so nobody knew how it will end. So yeah, and the judges, yeah, loved Nancy's physique more, so she won against me. But it was okay, because I won in May already, and it was just an experience for me to be a part of the show and to compare with her. I I was curious how it will be to compare because she's so different than me. Yeah.
Well,
This
I
was in
know.
my, this was in May in Poland, so I won the bodybuilding overall. But like I said, I don't have the pro card because we were just for ladies, and one rule is to be 5 athletes on stage, and yeah, sadly, I didn't get it.
Yeah, I know. I know. I heard. I also heard that because some ladies, if there's not enough competitors for class or division, then yeah, it's going to be you can't get your pro card. But you can also, in some situation, you can participate. You can petition for your pro card, especially if the judges feel like you have those good qualities and aesthetics for the division. Here's also another show. This was the same show you did first year. Another show.
Yeah, this was in my original. Uh, Here in Germany, it's the original show which I have to do before I do a pro qualifier, and yeah, I won the show too.
Yeah, well, you look amazing. I think I don't know. Maybe the
Thank you.
judges should. You maybe should go ahead and apply for your pro card. If not, there's still opportunities for qualifications. This if too bad is this weekend is coming up is the Olympia, and there's the amateur Olympia. Too bad you can't get a sponsor. Fly you out here, you can get your pro card there. But it's about the process. And you say you want to take more time to really get that more size and density for women's bodybuilding.
Yes, yeah. Right now I'm between physique and bodybuilding, and for the future I want to do bodybuilding. This is my love, and I love the poses, the bodybuilding poses, and my attitude is more like a bodybuilder. They even said it to me that they see me in women's bodybuilding, but I need more overall mass for bodybuilding profi, and yeah, so I'm on off season now. I have to approach. I have to put more size on, and I want to work on my back and on my legs, and hopefully it will work so next year. But it's a process. You don't know how it will goes and how it takes. You get sick or you have a job and you have business, you have a family, so all that stuff is going around you, and you have to, yeah, to be on online to get your focus on bodybuilding. It's not easy anytime.
Yeah, because you know what? Because life can be complicated, especially as a woman in a sport like bodybuilding, because it's so extreme. The diets, the training. I mean, you have to be. This is what most people don't know. The average day person would make assumption about a bodybuilder take these drugs and pop them, you pills, and then you be big muscles. But there's more to it. You have to stick to a diet. You have to be consistent. You have to be um really on your game when you're in the sport
Yes.
because things
Yeah.
can change. And even your physique, I would say, like you can go probably do most definitely women's bodybuilding. I mean, you want more time to grow. And it's good you have someone like Unta, who's I would say I mean, I know she used to do women's physique for a good bit, but
Hmm.
now she's doing his bodybuilding. I think I can
Yes.
see it potentially, crack it into that in the division of actually. Instead again, there's amazing ladies who are in this sport. Some I got to while back I went to Tampa and I was there to help a friend, and I got to meet some of these ladies. Like some of I would say I met at least quite a few Olympians. I met currently the number 3 in the world in physique, and that is Sharonica Hinton right here.
Okay.
Yeah. And also I got to meet also number 3 women's bodybuilding, Ashley Jones. But the one
Oh, cool.
person, yeah, one person who I love to meet someday, and she's my girlfriend, and that is the lovely Mrs. Andrea Shaw.
Yeah.
I love her because she came in and she really gave new life to women's bodybuilding. When
Yes.
was it? You remember during the time when it was trying to push that women's bodybuilding. Fewer shows, fewer opportunities. Got kicked out of the Olympia, got kicked out of the Arnold Classic. But then one guy, he came along and he gave women's bodybuilding a chance to, survive when everybody else kind of turning back on it. And that is, I'm a fan of this guy. And that's one Mr. Jake Wood. And anytime I mention his name, I gotta give a shout. Yo Jake, I want that money. I want that gun. I can't help myself because he gave it an opportunity. Is there other than Unta? Is there other bodybuilders that you follow that you respect or admire as competitors?
Oh yeah, there's a lot of bodybuilder I follow. I mean, I like Angela Yu. Excuse me didn't spell it right. Like Yu
That's all
Y
right. It's kind of like yo,
Yo. Ah,
yeah,
okay.
yo, like Rocky Balboa. Hey yo,
Uh, okay, so Angela Yo, I like a lot because she's something different, and she's a little bit freaky. I like the freaky ones because they're not mainstream, and so yeah, I like her physique. She's so, yeah, she's so round, and she's always on point. I like her, and well, of course, Andrea Shaw I like. Um, there are so many, but right now I don't I don't know everybody.
I know how it is. Being a fan, I admire some ladies like
I
Andrea,
mean,
Angela, Ashley.
I like Hel Trevino. I mean, she's the older, once of the older one, but I still like her because she's still in the game like Uta, and on stage she has something. She's so shining, I like her physique, and yeah, she's a role model for me because she's still in the game so many times and so many years, and I like her. Yeah, so Trevino. I hope she's coming back one day, and I hope she will compete one more time.
So I just had an interview with a friend of her, Gina Cavallero, because they
Yeah,
run their own company, which is the Team Pro.
yeah,
If I
yeah.
mispronounced that, sorry, and I'm sorry, ladies. And yeah, I mean, she had just had knee surgery a while back. Was a couple years ago. She had surgery. And she's lifetime qualified for the Olympia because he's been two-time Rise Phoenix champion.
Yes.
We hope maybe we might see her come back next year. But the thing is, it's good to get her injuries and stuff settled and taken care of and see how she plays. We have your shot to my man KL sticking in here and being a fan. He says, God bless Europe. He's a fan of European ladies.
Thank
Also, he
you.
says I like your poses. How often do you work on them?
I mean, in prep, I do it every time, and I do it every day. You have to train it like you train in the gym, because you present yourself on stage, and so you don't. Yeah, so this is kind of your job to work on them. So in prep, I train every day, and I do my routine. And in off season, well, I I like to do it more, but actually you don't have the time to do it every day, because you're so busy with your training and with your food and to prepare everything. And right now I'm still in a business. I don't live from bodybuilding, so I have to work. I have to go to work, and so there's so much stuff going on that sometimes I miss it to work on them. But yeah, in prep, you I do it more often.
Yeah. So what do you do for a living? What's your job? What's your career?
Well, I work in the back office for our company, so I'm happy to work from home. But yeah, but it's like every day, and it's a full time job, so you have to be you have to be there. But of course, it's easier to work from home because you're already at home